Hey everyone, welcome back to Smart Sustainable Style, where interior design, sustainability, and soul-aligned style come together. I'm your host, Caro, and as an interior designer, I help curate homes that calm the mind and nourish you, body and soul. I'm on a mission to help you shift and transform your home's energy so that you can begin living in a space that creates magic in every aspect of your life. Today's topic are the 5 elements of Feng Shui. I just wanted to focus on them a little more deeply for today's video and touch a little bit on each element and how to recognize it within your home. So, without further ado, let's get started. The first Feng Shui element is fire, and I want to talk about this element first because it is the element that sparks the chain of the 5 elements. So in Feng Shui, these 5 elements exist in a circle, and they have what is called a constructive cycle and a deconstructive cycle. So they fuel one another, but then can also be used to mute one another. And this is where we get into the nuances of Feng Shui and how to apply it. We're not going to go quite that deep today, I just wanted you to know about it. And today I'm just going to touch real quickly on the 5 Feng Shui elements, kind of the feelings that you're going to have with each of them, and how to use these elements to tap into your emotion and really start to begin to create those shifts in your home. So the first element of fire, it's that spark energy. This is the initiative energy. It's all about vitality and movement and just that life force. So think of electricity. Fire is going to be embodied symbolically by triangular elements. So any triangular shapes you want to bring into your home, arrows, also angled lines that have a lot of movement to them but are very direct. So basically an arrow but take off one leg. So any type of combination of lines and patterns that have that arrow movement. Also the color red and orange, any type of actual fire or flame that you have in your home, including candles. You can bring in warmer lighting, so lighting with more of a red and orange undertone. Also animal prints. Animal prints are absolutely a fire element. And then other patterns can be fire too, so chevron prints, any combination of, like we said before, those movement lines with movement in them. Okay, so if you're having a space that just feels inactive, bringing in the fire element is just going to give that sense of warmth and bring more life and vitality into the space. Okay, element number 2 is the earth element. This is another really important element. I would say the foundational element. So earth element is all about a grounding energy. It's very foundational and taps into your feelings of security and safety. So to incorporate this element, square shapes are very grounding, sturdy, supportive. Earthy tones, whether cool or warm, so bringing those into your color palette. And then of course, any type of natural stone, whether it's a brick or a more organic pattern. Any ceramics, so regular ceramics, porcelain. And then with the color palette, any creams and those kind of beigey or off-white neutral colors. Brown, I hate to say brown. Earth tones. Bring in the earth tones. Okay, the third element is metal. Metal is represented by round shapes and also the color white. It's all about vibrancy and fortification and nourishment. So think of a great way to bring in metal is with lamps, accessories, side tables, picture frames. Basically any way you can bring a little bit of shine into your home. So you can mix metals. They're a great way if you need to bring in a little warmth to a space. You can do a warmer metal like copper or gold. If you need to bring an element of coolness into a space, you can do more of an iron or brushed stainless steel. And then for more vibrancy, you're going to want a polished metal. If you want to be more subtle, you can use a brushed metal finish or an antiqued finish. Okay, the fourth element is water. The water element is all about flow and movement and receiving and just being. So it is embodied by more curved forms and sinuous lines, horizontal lines that are placid. You want to use the colors of blue and black for water element. You can bring in an actual water feature, landscape photography with calm waters like a lake setting. That's a great way to bring in water or any imagery of water. And then of course, glass and mirrors. Now, mirrors are very powerful tools in Feng Shui because they actually reflect and redirect energy. So be careful with mirrors. I love art glass and glass bowls as decor. If you have kids, be mindful. Maybe glass isn't a great option for you. Side lamps as well, glass pottery, any of those good things. Okay, and then finally we have the wood element. The wood element is all about growth and again, vitality, expansion. So it is embodied by a vertical line, that's that growth energy. And a great way to bring wood into your home is with your interior finishes, wood furnishings. Your textiles actually embody wood energy. Live plants, of course, and then the color green is your other go-to for the wood element. So now that you have a brief overview of the 5 elements, I want to give you a little exercise for today. Just spend 10 minutes, choose a room, and begin to scan it. You can either try to discern the overall predominant element of the room, or if you want to look at individual items to start and try to work out, okay, what's the main element being represented here? Here's a wool area rug sample. So it's a textile, so this is going to have quite a bit of wood energy just naturally because it's a textile. But we have our arrows here, so it's got a little bit of fire element to it. It's got some black, it's got some white, a little bit of water element, a little bit of metal. I would actually say that the visual pattern on here is strong enough. Once you have this out as a whole rug, this is probably going to be more predominantly fire energy. So gemstones are great for bringing in earth energy, but this has a triangular shape, so again, a little bit of fire energy. Yeah, gemstones, great for earth energy. Any textiles are going to be wood energy. Okay, here's another good example, a beautiful ceramic pottery piece like this. So this is going to have a lot of earth energy, but because of the blue, this is going to be very water energy as well. It's also nice and curved and sinuous. This pattern has some weeping willow trees, so it's got some sinuous movement. I would go ahead and say water and earth for the predominant ones here. And not every object is going to have just one element that it embodies. Oftentimes there will be more than one. So my advice is to figure out the predominant overarching element and go with that. So like a basket, a rattan basket, it's probably going to be wood energy. Metal pieces are going to be metal. Obviously you'll have the easy ones. It gets a little more nuanced when you get into items that have multiple embodiments, and that's fine. But as long as you have a mixture of all five and don't feel like there's one that's too predominant or missing from each room, you're going to be just fine. So I hope you enjoy going into your home and considering it with these 5 elements in mind. And the reason it's so important to bring these in is because these are the natural building blocks of the world. It is where our life force energy comes from. So when we eat plants, we're taking in wood energy. When we drink water, we're having water, but we're also getting the metals in the water. So you're getting fortification from that metal in the water. And then of course, food that is grown in the earth is going to have that earth energy. And if you've ever sat by a fire, you understand how we absorb fire energy. So these 5 elements are all natural, and connecting with them on a deep level in your home is going to connect you with your internal energy. It's going to connect you with nature, which in turn will make it easier for you to connect with yourself and others. So please find ways to bring these 5 elements into your home. And we also have a Feng Shui consultation available. It is available remotely as well upon approval. So if you're interested in the Feng Shui consultation, visit MOTIVeinteriors.com for more information. And remember, no matter where you are on your journey of home, you deserve a home that nourishes you, mind, body, and soul, and supports you. And you can achieve it with powerful, impactful design founded on a strong vision. Okay, well, I'm your host, Caro, and this has been Smart Sustainable Style. Bye for now.